Hi everybody, Joe here from Shutter Speak Photography. Very nice to see your smiling faces again here on YouTube. So today I'd like to talk to you a little bit about powering your Nikon Z5, Z6 II, or Z7 II camera through the USB-C port. So if you own one of these cameras, powering the camera through USB-C is possible, but kind of in Nikon fashion, there are a few gotchas, and if you just plug in any old battery pack, it's not going to work. So I'm going to step you through how to set it up. You do have to turn it on first in the menu. I'll show you how to do that, and I'll show you exactly what you're going to need to power your camera via USB-C. You may need to buy one or two things. They're not incredibly expensive, and I'll leave links down below in the video description to everything that we talk about. And once you step through this, you're going to be set up for success. So, hey, thanks for watching. I, as always, appreciate you being here, watching this. If anything in this video is helpful to you, please help me out by hitting the subscribe button and ring the bell so you get notified of future updates. So, now that that's out of the way, let's get started and take a look at how we can power these cameras in the various different ways, including USB-C. All right, let's get started. So, if you have a Z6 II, Z7 II, or the Z5, the first and kind of obvious way is you could get the NBN10 battery pack. Now that's the one without the buttons on the bottom. So that would give you additional power for your camera, and that's a good option. Now, if you have the Z6 II or Z7 II, you also have the option of getting the NBN11 battery grip. That's the ones with the buttons on it. Okay, so that's also a great way to charge your camera and give it a little bit of extra power. Both of them have hot swappable batteries, so again, it's a great choice. If you have a bunch of extra batteries, you can hot swap them out and pretty much power your camera for as long as you have batteries. All right, so great option there. That's option number one. Okay, option number two, you can plug in your camera into an electrical outlet using the EH5D adapter from Nikon, and additionally you would also have to purchase the EP5B battery adapter. So essentially what you're going to do is you remove the battery door, the battery goes into the battery slot, and it gets plugged into the adapter. You run that to a wall outlet, and again, now you're on AC power, unlimited power for your camera. Also a good option. Okay, option number three, powering your camera with USB-C. So that's something that we need to talk about a little bit. First off, you're going to need to enable this in the menu. For some reason, it's off by default. So I'm going to step you through how to turn it on. You can just turn it on and pretty much leave it on. All right, so you're going to use the wrench to enter the setup menu, and from there scroll down to USB power delivery. And then you'll see it's off, and switch it from disable to enable, and then hit OK, and you'll see USB power delivery is now switched on, and you can exit out of that menu because you are done. Okay, so if you're going to use this option for powering your camera by USB-C, first thing is you need to have the battery inserted, and probably a good idea to have a fully charged battery inserted into your camera. The next thing that you need to know is you need to have a USB-C cable, but there's a gotcha, okay? Your camera comes with the UC-E24 cable. It's USB-C on one side, USB-A on the other side. Now you can use that cable to transfer files and things like that to and from your camera, but it will not power the camera. So that's kind of obstacle number one. Well, obstacle number one was maybe you had to turn it on in the menu settings. So we stepped through that, right? So you've enabled it in your menus. Kind of obstacle number two is the cable that comes with your camera will not power the camera. So if you use that cable, you're just going to use the battery. You'll never use whatever battery pack, external battery pack you have connected, and it's not going to work for you. Okay, so you need a cable that has USB-C on both ends. Of course, Nikon does offer that. They have the UC-E25 cable that is USB-C on both ends. Now I'll show you what I use. This is a cable by Anchor. It's about 6 feet long, which is really nice because it gives me a lot of distance, depending on where I want to put the battery pack. I mean, I could put it on the ground if I had to. Okay, it costs about $14, $15 on Amazon. This is the way I would go. I'll leave you a link in the description for this cable. Now, next thing is you need a battery pack. Okay, so let me show you what I use. And also, by the way, this is the same battery pack that Nikon recommends. Okay. Okay, so this is the Anchor Power Core Plus. This is actually the Power Core Plus 3. It is 25,600 milliamp hours, which means it's going to run your camera for a long time. Okay, it can output up to 87 watts, and it comes with a 65-watt charger that can charge your camera and charge your battery pack in 2 hours and 12 minutes. Okay, so the beauty about this is, again, not only can this run your camera on USB-C for a heck of a long time, you have another option. You could plug this in, plug the other end of it into your camera, and then, again, be on almost unlimited power because at that point you'd be using AC. All right, so this would be getting recharged while it was running your camera. So that's a great option, and it comes with this nice little bag right here. So it comes with a bag. It actually does come with a short USB-C cable too. It is a short cable, and it's really, unless you want to charge this thing on the floor, I would recommend buying that longer cable. But it comes with this little bag, and you can literally just hook this to the bottom hook of your tripod, plug in the USB-C, and then plug in the other end to your camera, and you're pretty much good to go. And so I like that as well. Okay, now there's a third option for you. Well, maybe we're up to fourth option at this point. Okay, there is also the EH7P charging adapter. Let me show you what that looks like. So this is the Nikon charging adapter. Okay, depending on what camera you have, you may have this. Okay, it may come with your camera. The Z7s did, and I'm assuming the Z7 IIs as well. Okay, it's a short cable though, so expect to use an extension cord if you're going to use this. I mean, you can see it's just not a very long cable. If you were plugging your camera in at you know, normal height, you know, about 4 to 5 feet, this isn't, or might just barely make a wall outlet. So expect to use an extension cord with this. I mean, come on, Nikon, a little bit longer cord. What do you think? Right, so those are your options there. So pretty much that's all the different ways that you can power your camera. You know, again, we have the battery grips, we have the battery adapter that'll help you run on AC. We got this plug-in adapter, and then, you know, probably the best way is with this Anchor Power Core. So again, just USB-C right to the top there, right? And then grab the Z7, the C6 II, and then plug that baby right into the USB-C port right there. And at this point now, we are off the battery. You can see that it's running. I don't know if you can see the lights on right up there. And this is now running. So it is no longer draining power from the camera battery. It is now draining power from this battery pack. And like I said, between this battery pack and then when it's depleted, the battery in the camera, this is going to run for a very, very long time. So if you're doing nighttime photography, astrophotography, time-lapse photography, things like that, this is really going to be a fantastic option. And then you have the bonus of, if you're using, say, a lens heater, you can plug in through one of these USB-A ports at the top and plug in a lens heater or whatever else you might have. So really a great, very versatile way of powering your camera. So that's pretty much it. Hope that helps you out. And if it did, please hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, hit the like button, and let me know in the comments what you think in terms of if this is something that is useful to you and helps you out, or if you have any questions, just hit it up in the comments, because I pretty much will try my best to answer just about every comment that comes my way. All right, so hey, thanks again. See you next time, YouTube. Bye-bye.